Okay, practice test number 2, starting at number 9. Now we have to find the area of an ellipse here. Now remember the formula for that is pi times a times b. And remember a and b deal with the minor and major axes. They are not the major and the minor axes. They are half of the major and minor axes. Remember that. So we have 3.14 times the major axis is 20, so therefore A is 10. The minor axis is 12, so that means B is 6. And so that is 3.14 times 10 times 6, which is 188.4. Remember that the major and the minor axis have to be cut in half in order to do that. So number 10 deals with one circle subtracted from another circle. The area of one circle subtracted from the area of another. So the outer circle, the bigger one, has a diameter of 12, and the inner circle has a diameter of 6. So we need to find the area of the bigger circle. So area of a circle, remember, the formula for that is pi r squared. So we've got 3.14. If 12 is the diameter, then 6 is the radius. So that's the big one. And then 3.14. If 6 is the diameter, then 3 is the radius. So let's see here. 3.14 times 6 squared is 113.04. Then 3.14 times 3 squared is 28.26. 28.26. So we just subtract here. 3.04 minus 2826. 84. What was that? 78. Now, for number 11, let's see, we have to find the area of a segment. Now, before we can find the area of that segment, we need to find the area of that sector. So remember, it's the degrees, which in this case is 60, divided by 360, and then we multiply that by the area of the circle formula. So that is going to be 3.14 times 12 squared, and 12 squared is 144. So this will get me the area of the entire sector. Then once I get that, I can subtract the area of the triangle. So let's see here. We've got 60 over 360 times 3.14 times 144. 75.36. So that is the area of the sector. Now we need to find the area of that triangle. So let's go ahead and take a look at that triangle. Closer look. So this side is 12 and this side is 12. So I have the base right here is 12. What I need is that height right there. Okay? So in order to find that, I can use the Pythagorean theorem and just concentrate on 1/2 of that triangle, which is right there. So if the whole thing is 12, half of it is 6. So I use the Pythagorean theorem to find that height, and the height is equal to 12 squared minus 6 squared. Remember, 12 is the hypotenuse, 6 is one of the legs. So that is 144 minus 36, and then we want to take the square root of that. So the square root of 144 minus 36 is 6 times the square root of 3, or about 10.4. So 10.4 is that right there, the height. Now we know the base and we know the height, so the equation is base times height divided by 2. So 10.4, that's the height, times the base, which is 12. Divide that by 2, and we get 10.4 times 12 divided by 2 is 62.4. So that is the area of the triangle. And what we're looking for is the area just under the triangle, which is the segment. So I take this number and subtract this number from it. So 75.36 minus 62.4. 12.96. That is the area of that segment. So now let's look at number 12. We have a cylinder here, and we need to find both the volume and the surface area. So let's tackle that volume first. So volume is equal to base times height. Now the height is given as 12, and the base is actually the area of the circle, which is pi r squared. So let's write this out like this. So 3.14 times 8 squared, which is 64, and multiply that by 12 so we can get the volume of that figure. 3.14 times 64 times 12. So the full volume is 2411.52. So that's the volume of that cylinder. Now, to find the surface area, we first need to find the lateral area. And the lateral area is equal to the width times the height of that rectangle. Remember, the width of the rectangle and the circumference are the same thing. So what we would need is the circumference and the height. And we know that the circumference is 2 times pi times r. So that's the circumference, and then we need to multiply that by the height, which is 12. So this will get the lateral area. So 3.14 times 8 times 12 hit a wrong button. So 2 times 3.14 times 8 times 12. That is equal to 602. Oops, 602. Point, I think it was 88. 88. That's the lateral area. So the surface area is the lateral area plus 2 times the base. Well, we already know that the base is this part right here. So I can take 602.88 and add to that 2 times the base. And we know the base to be 3.14 times 64. So I can go with 602.88 plus 2 times 3.14 times 64. Now remember, that 2 right there means because we've got 2 of these right here. And for the surface area, I have 1004.8. So there's our 2 answers right there. Volume and surface area. This was the lateral area, and then we had to add the 2 bases to that. Okay, we're going to continue this with the next video.